Hello, welcome everybody to the DABS demonstration of our new online licensing and permitting system. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Michelle Schmidt. I'm Communications Director here at the DABS. First, I want to invite our team to introduce yourselves. I'll start off with Erica.
Thanks, Michelle. I'm Erica Evans, Director of Licensing and Compliance here at Utah DABS. While I've got the mic, I just want to say thanks for joining us. We're excited to move forward with this new platform and move into better efficiency and service for our customers. So we appreciate you taking the time to learn and ask questions. So,
thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, a very good morning. I'm Jeremy Summerlith. I'm the Assistant Director for Licensing and Compliance, and this is so exciting to be able to offer this service to our customers, to our licensee business partners, and to develop that transparency and efficiency. And we're just excited to have you with us today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric Steinman. I'm a business analyst here at the DABS, and I'll be helping answer any questions today.
Janet.
Hi, I'm Janet Long. I'm the Senior Business Analyst with the DABS, and I've had the pleasure of working with Jeremy and the compliance team to help develop this platform. We're excited to have you here. Thank you for joining.
Justin.
I'm Justin Broderick, also a business analyst at DABS, and happy to join you today.
And Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kinville. I'm a business analyst with the DABS, and I'm happy to show you the ropes of the system today.
Okay, thank you. Before we get started, I'll go over a few housekeeping items. First of all, this demonstration is being recorded so that afterwards we can send it off and use it for future training purposes. All of the attendees on this call, all of you can use the Q&A button that's at the bottom of the screen. Please use that instead of the chat. The chat option is not available, so use that Q&A if you have a question that you'd like to submit. Our team will be monitoring the questions, and we'll get to as many as we can today. But any question that we can't get to today, we will be recording those, and we'll send those out as a Q&A after the demonstration. And now we'll turn it over to Ryan.
Thanks, Michelle. Let me start by sharing my screen with y'all. There we are. All right. Welcome to the demonstration. Just to echo what everyone else has said already, I think that this online licensing and permitting system is a very exciting venture for the DABS, as it provides transparency, efficiency, and ease of use for all of our licensees within our system. It provides a one-stop shop for applications, renewals, secure online payments, and audits moving forward. Again, if you have any questions along the way, use the Q&A button there at the bottom to ask any questions, and we'll respond to them as they come in. All right, so just getting started, let's go over the agenda for today. We're going to start by talking about how to access the system using the DABS website, how to manage your account within the system, how to claim existing records that existed before this system, and how to connect them with your account now that you've created one, how to submit new applications for new licenses, new permits, or how to change information, and how to manage existing applications, including how to provide process transparency and how to see how the application is being reviewed, how to add attachments or update attachments if you have changes in information, as well as how to add guest administrators so you can have other people manage your accounts, and how to message compliance staff to make sure everyone's on the same page. And finally, we'll briefly go over the renewal process moving forward. All right, let's get started. So just starting off from your favorite web search engine, you can find our website by typing UT-DABS, and there it is, abs.utah.gov. As that page loads, you'll see our newly redesigned website. You'll be able to access the licensing and permitting system by going to License and Permits dropdown and going down to Licensing and Permitting System. By clicking on that option, you'll be taken to this page. You can then enter the system by clicking on the Create My Account button. Also available will be the link to this very virtual demonstration. We'll also be having another one on August 30th. There's also links to brief video tutorials that are going to be covering similar topics to what we're talking about today, such as creating an account, claiming your record, or adding a guest administrator. These are very short demonstrations that'll just guide you through those short processes. We also have some frequently asked questions that are being answered down here. And again, if you have any other questions concerning this system, you can always reach out, but through calling or emailing your compliance specialist. So let's go ahead and go in. By clicking on Create My Account, you'll be prompted to either log in or sign up into our licensing and permitting system. As you sign up, you'll be prompted to fill out some profile information, including your name, some contact information, and an address. Filling in that information will help us moving forward. And that's also information that you can edit later in My Account. By clicking on Login, you'll be able to access the system. And there we are, the online licensing and permitting system. So that's our first section. Jeremy, is there anything to add?
I don't think so. You're doing a fine job. Carry on.
Solid. Let's move on to our next section then, which is managing My Account. So by clicking on this link up here on the top right, there's My Account right next to your name. Clicking on that account will bring you to this dashboard. This is kind of like an overview. All of the important information and notifications will arrive on this screen for you. You'll be able to see messages. If you're in contact with any of our compliance staff regarding any of the steps of the applications you're going through, you'll be able to see those messages and what record that is pertaining to right here. You'll be able to see any permits and documents, any licenses that have been issued on your behalf. You'll be able to see all of your applications, whether they're in draft status or whether they've already been issued and are active. You'll be able to see an overview of all of those right there. And if you're even in a renewal cycle, for instance, you'll be prompted to renew with a button that pops up right about here. You'll be also able to go into this information more specifically with these buttons over here on the left. By clicking on Messages, you'll be able to see all of the messages. Clicking on Profile, you'll be able to edit that information that we talked about earlier. First and last name, contact information, an address. You're even able to edit your avatar if you want us to put a face to a name. You'll be able to click on Applications if you want to be able to see all of your drafts or all of your active licenses. You can click on Permits and Documents, see all the documents issued on your behalf. Payments will have a log of all of the currently due or completed payments that is paid through our secure online portal. So you'll be able to have a record of all of that information and all of the payments that you've made to the DABS. And finally, there's also the Inspections tab. Inspections is synonymous to audits that we've done here too with DABS. As audits are performed or as audits become due, they'll be able to be available on this tab here, and you'll be able to click into them and be in contact with the compliance specialist to make sure that that can be set up at a time that works best for you. And that's an overview of all of the information that's available on the My Account tab. Jeremy, anything to add?
I think so. Just quickly, the nice part about the inspections page is that our business partners, our licensee business partners, will have access to see how the annual audit was completed, the report that comes after the annual audit, so that if there's anything pending, our licensees will be able to remedy those pending issues and reach out to their compliance specialist to ensure that their audit is complete and successful, which is what we want. We love this transparency piece here for the dashboard. It gives everyone an indication of everything that DABS is doing, as well as all of the information that our licensees and applicants have provided to Utah DABS.
Absolutely. Transparency is a huge part of this platform. And as we go into managing active accounts or active applications, we'll be able to see exactly how much transparency you as licensees get to have into the process and see how these steps are being completed.
Ryan, can you one more time just go over how to set up your account?
Oh, absolutely. So as you're on the DABS website, licenses and permits, licensing and permitting system, you can click on this Create My Account button right here, this big blue button. Clicking on that will take you to this screen here. If you do not already have an account, you'll want to click on the Sign Up tab right here. You'll enter in a username and a password. Clicking Sign Up, although I already have an account that exists. Clicking Sign Up will take you to another page where you can fill out your profile information from there. And then pressing Click an Account or Create the Account will then take you to this landing page for the online licensing and permitting system. Hopefully that answered the question.
Great, thank you.
All right, now that we're here, let's move on to the next section, which is claiming existing records. If you're already an existing licensee with the DABS, then you already have an account, you already have a license number with us. That information is not lost to us as we moved to this platform. We've moved that information with us. And so you can claim that information and that existing record by clicking on this magnifying glass right here, Help Getting Started. And then underneath this section, there'll be Apply Online, Claim Existing DABS Record. By clicking Select on that application and then the Apply Online button, it'll prompt you to log in if you haven't already. It'll give you the option to review your profile information that you've already set up. Clicking Next will bring you into the application proper. What you can do here is you can use this button, Add Request to Claim Records, to search by your legacy license number. Now, the legacy license number is the license number that exists on the licenses that have already been issued by DABS. And so if you have a current license, you'll see the number on that license. So by searching by either that number or by the DBA business name, you can identify a record, click Save to add it to the application, and then you can click Add Request to Claim Records as many times as needed to list all of the licenses that you currently have active with us. Now, I made sure to mention that legacy number because with this new platform, you may see a new record number attached to your record. You can use either the old legacy number or this new number that's attached to your record to order alcohol with us. After you've completed this application, it'll prompt you to add attachments, although for this particular application, it's not necessary. Clicking Next will prompt you to review your information. And pressing Confirm and Submit will send it over to our compliance staff. And they'll review your information and then get you attached to those existing records so that you can review the information, stay on top of renewals, and update information as needed. So that concludes how to claim an existing record on our new system. Anything to add, Jeremy?
I don't think so. Sometimes it's possible in the platform, the web browser that one is using, that the cache is full, so the RAM memory. So on occasion, it would be helpful if you do this handy dandy trick called Control F5. That generally cleans out the pending cache information that's already there and will help you to move forward into into the online process.
Absolutely. And the refresh button, when it comes to this system, is definitely your best friend. If you've ever submitted anything or changed some information and it doesn't seem to be automatically refreshing on the page, just simply refreshing the page will hopefully update that information and make that available. All right, great. So let's move on to our next section, which will be creating a new application with us. On the DABS website, under the Licenses and Permits menu, you'll see a button called Applications and Renewals. Clicking on that button will bring you to this menu where you can kind of click into different license record type groups here. So for instance, if I were interested in applying for a retail license, I could click into here and read some information generally about retail license applications. Once I feel like I've learned enough, I can scroll down and see specific record types that are available for different types of licenses. I can pick one that I'm interested in, say a bar establishment. There'll be plenty of more resources available, including a brief summary and documents explaining how the process works. And once I feel like I'm ready to apply, I can click onto this blue Bar Establishment Application Begin Here button. Clicking into that will bring us back into the online licensing and permitting system. And it'll prompt me to press this Apply Online button. It'll ask you to log in if you haven't already. But then you'll be able to begin the application itself. And these applications are very, in my opinion, very easy to use. You can click through all of these. It's a very simple form structure. You can fill out the information as needed, press the next button, and anytime you need to stop, you can click on this Save Draft and Exit button. By clicking on that, it'll bring you back to your applications page, which will have that new application available so that you can click back into it and resume right where you left off. So that's how you begin a new application. Anything to add, Jeremy?
Maybe you go back just one time and perhaps sort of explain how to attach the license number to the record claim.
Oh,
Perhaps
sure.
that would be really helpful.
No problem. Happy to. So if you're on the online licensing and permitting system, or say you're even in my account, you can click on the little DABS logo up here on the left to bring you to this page where you'll click on the blue magnifying glass image right here, the Help Getting Started section. Clicking on that, then you'll go to the Claim Existing DABS Record application. You'll press Select, Apply Online, and that'll begin the application. Press the next button, and that'll bring you to this Request to Claim Records page. There'll be this little gray button right here that says Add Request to Claim Records. You'll click that, and then on the pop-up, this is where you search by that legacy number or by your DBA business name. You'll enter in the information, look and see if it popped up, click into it, and then press Save. If you have multiple licenses with us, you can press that same gray button again, type in your information, and add another license. You can repeat that process as many times as necessary to make sure you've covered all the licenses that you want to add to your account. Once you're satisfied, you can press the blue Next button. It'll prompt you to add attachments. However, this isn't necessary for this Claim Records application. Clicking Next will bring you to a review page. You can review all your information of it attached to it. And once you're satisfied, you can press the Confirm and Submit button. that will send it to your compliance staff. And from there, you will have visibility. Let me go into that one such application. You will have visibility to be able to see your information as well as the progress of how the compliance staff has responded to your request. Hopefully that answered your question.
Thank you.
No problem. If that's all, let's move forward. Our next section is going to be managing applications. So you've set up your account. You've decided you want to apply for a liquor license, and you've submitted the application. Normally, all you would do is wait, right? You'd be lost in this limbo state of, oh boy, I hope I submitted all my information correctly, and just waiting to hear back from the compliance staff. Well, with this online system, you have an unprecedented level of visibility into that review process, and you'll be able to see how the compliance staff is responding to your request. So I have this bar submission that I've made. And after I've submitted and clicked into that application, I'll be presented with a page similar to this. It'll tell me the record type that I applied for up here at the top left, as well as the record number that's been assigned to it. And this is the new record number, as opposed to that legacy number from your existing licenses. I can review my submission, which is this page right here. This is all of the information that I filled out during the application itself. So I can review all of that information, as well as see right here a workflow. This is all that the compliance staff is working on after your application has been submitted. You can click into any of these steps, see the status of the step, as well as when it was completed or when the last action was taken. You also have the opportunity to message the reviewer and be in direct contact with your compliance staff at any time on any of these steps. For example, on this application fee, I've received a message from Janet saying that the application fee has been waived since I've already paid previously. I can simply send a message right back. Thank you for the cooperation. I love this new system. Send message. Anytime you send a message, your compliance staff will immediately get a notification. So they can be on top of any questions that you might have. You can also, at any point, go up here to this link and review attachments. There'll be a number of attachments that are required for any application, such as a floor plan, a bond, responsible alcohol service plan. At any time, you can review this using this page, clicking on these actions. You can open the file and see what you've updated. Or if information has changed, or your compliance specialist has let you know that the information is incomplete, you can upload a new version of that document. If for any reason you need to upload another attachment that is not in this list, you can scroll down to the bottom and click on the Add Attachment link. That'll pull up with a file navigator. You'll be able to click a file from your computer and upload it easily. Anytime you upload a new version or a new attachment on this screen, your compliance specialist will get a notification. Also available on this is the ability to add a guest administrator. On this page, guests have the ability to add attachments, request inspections, and pay fees on this record. You can grant that access by entering their email in this box right here. If they haven't already, after you've entered in their email and press Grant Access, If they haven't already set up an account with the online licensing and permitting system, they will be prompted to do so via an email sent to their account. But if they have already set up an account, they'll be granted access immediately. And they can immediately take these actions, such as adding attachments or paying fees. So that's an overview of all of the information that's available to you on this managing your application screen. Anything you'd like to add, Jeremy?
I don't think so. This is great. Like, everything's at your fingertips. So you're able to see everything that has been submitted to the Utah DABS, your attachments. If you have to make a change in a floor plan, the licensee is able to add an attach. It's great. It's great. So keeping things current is what we want. Thank you.
Absolutely. And speaking of keeping things current, every year you've got to renew your license. But luckily, with this new system, you'll be able to update and renew your license information seamlessly through this system. So for those of you that have renewals coming up on September 1st, you'll need to be able to create an account with our system before then. But if you haven't already, you'll be given an email or a letter in the mail with instructions on how to sync your new system account with your existing records. And that's a process that's separate than the claiming the records process that I've shown you. But we prefer if you could create your account as soon as possible and use that claim your record form to get synced up with all of your existing records sooner rather than later. But when September 1st rolls around and it's time to renew your license, if you have one of those licenses that renew at that point, you'll be given a notification that says, hey, it's time to renew. And you can begin that renewal here on your dashboard. You'll get an option that'll pop up over here. It'll say, it's time to renew your record. And you'll be able to click into that. And you'll be presented with an application that's very similar to the other forms that are available in this system. You'll be able to review your information that's on that application, make sure everything is up to date, and then submit it, and your compliance staff will review and make sure that everything looks good so that you can continue to operate as usual. Okay. Anything to add, Jeremy?
No, I don't think so. This is great. I keep saying that, but it is.
It is great.
So I think time, I guess, for some questions. And what I'd like to do, there's a few questions that are, well, we've had 10 so far, and they've been great questions. Creating the account. If you have questions about how to create that account, there are tutorials. Ryan, can you go back to that Utah DABS page and show them where the 3 tutorials are located?
Absolutely, happy to. So if you're on our website, abs.utah.gov, you'll be able to go to the licenses and permits dropdown and click on the licensing and permitting system button. That'll bring you to a general landing page with information about this system. And when you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see this video tutorial section. You can click on how to create an account, claim your record, or add a guest administrator. Clicking on the Watch Now button will bring you over to YouTube.
Woo.
Granted that no ads pop up, you'll be able to watch the very short video tutorial that'll instruct you on how to complete that task.
Great, thank you. Another question someone asked was, how long does it take for the record to be attached once the Claim Your Record form has been submitted? I think it's worth letting you know that we have 4,000 plus licensees that are in the process of claiming their records. And to ensure fidelity in the security of information, it may take a day or two to research to ensure that you've claimed the right account. And then once that has been done, we will attach the record to your account, and you'll be able to see those in your licensing and permitting system login screen. There's another question. If you have challenges with auto-populating of information when you're doing a search for your record, sometimes you want to check to ensure that you're typing in the license number correctly as well. If that's not working for you, you can't remember your license number, you may also check as well using the DBA name. So the name of your business, the name you have posted on your door, you know, and Jeremy's Bar, instead of my entity, which may be something completely different. And I think another question has to do with guest users. So it's worth watching Add a Guest Administrator to your account. A guest user will be assigned, you may assign it to each record that you have if you have more than one. So for example, if you have, let's see, Snowbird Ski Resort, I believe there are about 8 or 10 different licenses for that particular location. And perhaps each location or each license type has a different person overseeing the operation for those licenses. You will add those individuals to each one of those record types that you have, each one of your licenses, so that you're able to control access instead of giving someone general access to everything. We elected to do this simply for information security.
You can also revoke access from a guest administrator at any time from this guest screen using this revoke access button.
Great. As well, just as another point, I want to remind you, once you completed your renewal process, it would be valuable for you to ensure that the guest will continue to have access. So you want to double check that once the renewal process has been completed and your renewal license has been issued, you'll go back to the record and ensure or re-add the guest user. It looks like we have a couple of new questions. When I go to claim the records, it shows up, but when I click on it, it gets stuck in a loop. I wonder if you just try to refresh with that Control F5. It's a valuable little tool, and see if that sort of takes care of the issue. And then another one, I'm on the applications page. Active applications, refresh over and over. And again, not quite sure what that question is about, but we will answer you directly, Amanda. Are there any additional questions that we may have that we can answer this morning?
Jeremy, I see another question there. It's asking if they can sign up employees or clerks for training on this new website. And I think that we can send out this demonstration, but if you have any follow-up to that, Jeremy.
Okay, yeah, sure. So the training page, it's from our Utah DABS webpage under training. So it's not party to the licensing and permitting system, but it is on the Utah DABS webpage, just where Ryan's indicating on the screen now. When you visit the licenses and permits menu, go down to training and then do training sign up. And that should help you with knowledge and information about how to do server training, where to do that, and manager training as well. I think we've answered all the questions that we have so far. Well, if there's nothing else, thank you again for taking the time to meet with us today. We'd be happy to walk you through any additional questions that you may have. Feel free to reach out to your compliance specialist or call us at our main number, 801-977-6800, and ask for your compliance specialist. We'll be happy to walk you through these steps. Michelle?
Sounds great. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Have a great day. Bye.